Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. In today's video, you're going to watch me work on a 3D layered cake topper. I do have a separate tutorial and very detailed tutorial on how to make these cake toppers. Today's not going to be a tutorial, you're just going to watch me work on this one. This one's going to be a Blue's Clues theme. Who used to watch Blue's Clues? I know I did. The guy that I used to watch when it was Blue's Clues back then was Steve. But this one is going to be Josh. I guess this is the new guy. I had to ask the mom which one does the child watch now. So it was him with Josh. So like I said, again, I have a separate tutorial on how to make them. Here, you're just going to enjoy watching me work on how I'm going to create this one. Okay, soon you're going to see me zoom it in the background inside of the circle or scale it up. And how you do that is you go to your fill icon and then you click scale up in advanced options, and then you can scale it up, and you can also move your background inside of the circle by using the pan pattern option. Also here you're going to see me create that little guide. That's that little black rectangle there. That is a guide for me, so when I do the internal offset, I know when to stop. So my internal offset, I want to stop when it's like around 0.5 because that is the size of double-sided tape that I'll be using. So now I'm just going to start putting all the images where I want them to go. I actually want the house of Blue's Clues to be like a layered on top of the shaker. So that's why you see the house outside of it. And then like I said, I'm just going to put all the images where I go. If you don't like the images in front of something, just click on the image and right click and move forward or move back. So as you can see, I wanted the chair in front of that little table, so I just click on that image of him sitting on the chair, and I just right click and move to front. So don't forget that you can start moving front, moving back, add your images where you want them to go. Okay, so because this is a layered cake topper, you're going to see me clicking on everything that I want to layer on, and I'm going to click on it and I'm going to do different offsets. Now remember that on the video I told you that I like to color my offsets so I know what color cardstock I'm going to be using when I cut every layer. So as you can see here, I'm just clicking on every image and adding my offsets. You're going to add the distance of the offsets of your choice. I think here I'm doing like 0.55 on each image. Now, once you like everything, don't forget to size your cake topper to the size of your choice. It all depends on you on what size you want. As you can see here, I'm trying to put everything that fits inside of an 8x11 paper. Don't forget to change your paper size on the media size on your first icon on the right. You're going to change your paper size if you're going to be using 12x12 or 8x11. I just want everything to fit on an 8x11. Even if I use 12x12 cardstock, I'm just using it as a reference so it won't be so big. As you know, I like to separate all my layers into colors so I know like what each piece is going to get cut out of. So as you can see here, I'm going to separate everything that's going to get cut out of white, out of blue, all the printing cuts into one section, and so on. And also, like I said, this is not a tutorial, but I hope you go ahead and watch that tutorial so you can more understand everything that I'm doing here. Here, you're actually going to see a mistake that I realized at the end when I'm going to assemble. You know that I like to weld the entire piece that's going to go in the front, which is that blue piece here with all the offsets. I should have never welded that bucket piece into that piece, which you're going to see at the end. It's going to be an easy fix. I'm going to cut it at the end. Okay, so I have everything separated. That gray circle is for my acetate sheet. Don't forget to duplicate the entire cake topper before you unlayer everything so you know when to assemble your cake topper, you know where all your pieces go. So now let's get ready to cut and assemble. I do have a video on showing you how to cut out with multiple machines, and if you see the rulers under my mats, it's so my mats can stay up. That's just a trick I do. You don't have to do that, but I like my mats to stay up, so that's why you see those rulers. All right, so here you see all the pieces cut out, all my printing cuts and all the different layers. And remember, I always cut out another layer to go behind every single layer because I always like my stuff to be thick. So now you're going to see me glue every layer on top of each layer. Basically, like I cut 2 pieces out of everything and I'm going to glue those 2 pieces together. So this is the back of the cake topper. I cut out 4 pieces, so I'm gluing 2 and 2 together. I cut a piece to go behind the house. I cut a piece to go behind every image, every layer. So that's exactly what you're going to see me here. The reason why I do this is because, again, I like my stuff to be sturdy and not flimsy. Okay, so here's the part where I realized that I should have never welded that offset off the bucket because the house is not fitting right. So all I'm doing is cutting out with scissors, and I'm going to separately cut out that offset out of blue cardstock. I hope that makes sense. If you see me here, keep adjusting it so I could make sure that I glue that circle exactly where it needs to be so everything's centered. I'm just aligning the house and the front part exactly where everything has to go. So, to maneuver everything and make sure that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be matching. Now you're going to see me create all the 3D layers. I'm just adding foam tape to each layer and putting them together to give it that 3D effect. Alright, so here I'm showing you that I don't like how plain the name and the age looks. So I found this pattern cardstock and I'm going to cut out the name and the age again to give it some more of a pattern look. And then I am just going to do it as another layer on top of the original name and age. Now you can just cut out one piece and just glue it on top, but I actually cut it out 2 times, remember, because I like everything to be thick, and I'm going to layer it right on top. Here's where I'm showing you how it will look if you just glue it on the top, if you just don't want to create another layer. But again, I don't want to do that. I want to create another layer, but it will look perfectly fine if you just glue them on top. Alright guys, here is the final result. Comment down below if you like how this cake topper turned out. Also comment down below if you like these kind of videos of just watching me work. I always don't have the time to record new tutorials, but I always want to bring you new content. So don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. Please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're not in my crafting group, Andrina's Kreations Crafting Lounge, don't forget to go ahead and join my Facebook group. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. And as always, I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.